Hiya. Today's review will be another piece of the loot I got from the Birmingham Comic Con, and it is, well, you know what? I, being the small little channel I am, I have to go into a convention, like all the big guys. I've actually got something reasonably exclusive, something that isn't, easily available. That's what I'm looking for. Easily available in this country. And that is to say, Transformers, Tomy Takara, Transformers Legends, Rat Trap, LGEX, whatever, Rat Trap. And I got this guy from In-Demand Toys. I was at their stall, I bought everything I got from there. The Ultra Magnus that I just reviewed was from them. I paid £30. This was my extravagance. Rat Trap was, well, my second favourite from that series, because you know who your favourite from that series is. It's got to be Dinobot. If it isn't, you're wrong. But, so he was my favourite after that, and I thought, you know what? Yes, I'm going to treat myself, I'm going to have him. And, I guess it's the 20th anniversary version? I don't know. Because I knew, I didn't expect to see this, I wasn't thinking about it or anything. And I saw it and I thought, yeah, I'm having that. I didn't know if these were in black and white or not, because the box is black and white. I didn't know if the figure was going to be like monochrome. This is how stupid I am. So, yeah. I'm just going to have a quick look at the box, because it's, a Japanese exclusive kind of thing. If I didn't look at the box, I'd be remiss. So he's there, and transform, and whatever these horrifying creatures are. And it says stuff, and that's apparently a vehicle mode. That's it's always handy. And yeah, it's a box. We're over 2 minutes. Let's get on to it. We'll jump straight in with the man himself. And I don't know. He doesn't look like the character. I know grey rat, blah blah blah, but it's around the mouth. They've kind of, I don't know. I mean, the mouth can close, but if you push it all the way in, he just looks like he's got a massive underbite. Yeah, massive underbite. Bring it to about there. Looks alright, and then you can open it however far. That's about as far as you can open it. It doesn't look right. I don't know, I never saw Rat Trap as someone who'd bite you. So this just really seems out of place. I'm pretty sure he just had the beady black eyes. I haven't gone back and watched it, but, I don't know, it seems a little out of place. But other than that, I mean, I wish the brown paint had gone a little bit onto the tail, because they've moulded hair there, but they haven't painted it. Slight little petty thing, and there are little bits with the paint here and there that I wish they'd done, but whatever. But other than that, he's pretty good. I mean, the legs do move, but you start seeing stuff if you move them. The toes go so far. Actually, they go quite far. Go straight there. The tail moves a bit. The mouth opens, as I've said. These arms move. And these are supposed to twist, but it's very, very tight. And it doesn't look good in any other position, so I don't bother. Don't bother. And the head, this I'm quite impressed with. The head, as long as you got things lined up properly, does. Don't start with me now. Don't start. Why are you playing up now? Ah, there you go. Head does actually bend, and you can bend the feet and stuff like that. And he'll stand. He'll look like a Splinter from the old live-action films when he's learning the martial arts. But they've got this extra bit of plastic here, which is the same as the fur, to cover the neck when it folds. that's a neat little detail they didn't have to do, but they thought about it. There's this one that kind of lifts up a bit more than it probably should. But it's a neat little detail, and, hats off to them for doing it. I mean, these are on, like, the little mushroom caps, these wrists. I wish they were just on ball joints so you could just twist them however you wanted and make him look a bit more like he's talking, more expressive. But, missed a trick, whatever, move on. And now, this transformation's horrible. It's easier doing it this way than back, but it's horrible. It is not a fun transformation. It's really not. It's a hateful transformation. And I don't know if I'm doing some things wrong, but some bits really do fight with you. So, let's just see what we can do, shall we? First things first, I've been trying to not show it so much, but that's the underside, okay? So there's the head, these are the arms, that's the gun in the middle. I'll speak about that in a bit. So these side pieces, when you transform it properly, tap into the sides of the arms. Just. So if you bring those loose, you get this whole panel, not this piece, but the whole panel around here. You're going to wriggle it loose, and then it double hinges inside onto the back, and you've got to push it right back. So, double hinge. Come on. And let's go again. Yeah, there you go. So, like, 2 notches. Okay. And then you see all the gubbins. Yeah, because that's not going to get complicated at all, is it? Do the other side. Wriggle it loose. Come on. Get from under everything. Up and up. There we go. Right. Why did I choose to do this one? Get the legs out of the way for a minute and just pull the gun out. You got to wriggle it loose. It pegs in that hole right there. Okay? I'll look at this in a minute. Okay, so you've got this absolute mess. You kind of fold these out of the way for a minute. And then, how to explain this? On the inside here, there's a raised piece with a little round groove in it, which there's a bar on the inside of the leg that sits in that groove. You've got to try and force it out of that groove, which it doesn't like. So you got to... Okay, it's doing it now just because I had my thumb pushing that back. Oh, you can just push that back a bit. Anyway, so you bring this out, and then you got just it looks like a mess. Once you've got it in hand and you can control it, but trying to describe it to you lot, it's no. Right, so you got to bring on this hinge here. You got to bring this back a bit, and you'll find a certain spot which is about there, where if you close it up, you can then take this front part of the knee on that hinge there and fold it over, and it'll clip into place. Okay? Which point you get this piece, straighten it out, because there's a hinge in the middle there. Sorry, in the middle there's a hinge, straighten out, and that big tab there, the big tab, goes into the front piece here. Tap in. Okay, and then you just push the rat foot into the bottom of the robot foot. And that's a leg. And that's really clever. It's really nice. It's got the rat bits on the back and, the robot bits on the front. That's really clever. So let's try and do that again, shall we? So we'll bring this piece down. Is there a specific way it sort of slots together? Or... Right, okay. So look, there's this notch here. Yeah? That goes behind the piece this hinges on. You just wriggle it, slide it back, and it drops in. Okay? That's the spot where you want it. Then you fold this over. Come on. Fold it over, goes into place. You bring this down and then bring that over it. Yeah, you can do. Bring that down, push it together. Those are the legs done. Wasn't that awkward and complicated? Yes, it was. At this point, because everything's now out of the way, you can double hinge this back piece. There's a little grey, sort of pinky hinge in there. Double hinge this all up like that. You then fold the bum section. There's no better way of describing it. You kind of fold that in, fold the tail up, and the gap here, this little square gap, goes onto the back of the hinge underneath. So let's try and watch it. It goes underneath, and it sits over that hinge there. Okay? So that's all tidy, sort of like semi-locked together, but not really. Straighten the legs out. And here we go. Right. For the animal mode, you've got to have this all like this, with the shoulders of the arms tucked into the body on these hinges here, these two separate hinges. And then you sort of unhook them out, which you've probably done by now to get the legs so you can use them. You've probably unhinged that anyway. Make sure the head's up straight. And then there's a hinge inside here, which this piece is on, which allows you to hinge it out and out. Okay? It's looking really complicated, but it is starting to make sense. Isn't it? I hope. Maybe. So you do that, then you just fold the rat head down. And now he's got his special hoodie mode. No, this is the spare neck piece when you fold the neck down. But that will just fold over the top and just go straight in. Okay? At which point you bring this up to where it's supposed to be. Turn the arm around. Straighten it up. Fold this up. This one's a lot tighter, and it makes me worry because this is only a little hinge and I don't want to snap it, so... Turn it round. Turn it round. There we go. Tempted to try and pop this off and just scrape the ball joint down a bit just to make it a bit looser. I know I'm complaining the ball joint is too tight. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah. That is pretty much him in the robot mode as the instructions decide that it should be. And I don't like the arms like that because they look stupid. So I try and fold them all the way down on the back to get them out of the way. Yeah, just try and fold them down the back, inch them back a bit. He ends up like this, which is a lot more streamlined and I think looks a lot more like the cartoon. So there you go. And he's nice. He looks like the robot. Apart from the paint scheme they've chosen to give it. And a lot of it's not bad, but it's the face. Is the face supposed to be that colour? I seem to remember the face being like golden and then this being like a bronze or something. I can't remember. Like the brain piece, I can't remember at all. But I'm pretty sure that's not right. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But that doesn't look right to me. And yeah, I mean he's a bit of a shell former really, and there's a lot of stuff hanging off the back. You know, the tail's right there. But yeah, the original basic figure of this guy was my favourite one of the Beast Wars. Well, that and Scorponok. My favourite of the originals. And his gun came in two separate pieces and then connected together. And somehow, I don't know what happened, I lost the barrel off the gun. And I was that heartbroken, I never touched him again. He's buried somewhere, somewhere he's still buried. But because I couldn't find the barrel, I never touched him again. I was genuinely heartbroken because I loved this guy. But let's stop being namby-pambies. So, if you look in the incredibly tight left-shouldered arm, there's this thing on the arm. And you basically pop up this little panel, push it through, it shoots off and almost disappears. And you've got a little clear mess. Basically, in one of the episodes, he ends up saying, "Oh, I do demolitions," and he pulls little depth charges, like little, detonator charges out of his arms, and starts planting them all over the place. You don't get one in this arm. You just get one in this arm, and it's this weird, kinda clear plastic, so it just looks stupid. Whose idea was that? I don't know. I mean, if you had two, I suppose if you really wanted to, because I think you can get him to hold it. I'm not even going to bother, I don't care. I suppose you could try and pretend it's a pair of binoculars or something, but whatever. I'm not a fan of that one, I'll be fair. Since I put it in there, that's the only time I've ever taken it out. And that was nearly a month ago? But other than that, he comes with this. A clear plastic gun. Why clear plastic? Come on, guys. I know the proper version also had clear plastic, but why? Why? I don't understand. Maybe there's some really complicated reason why he needed clear plastic for this. But why? So it comes like that, which, as far as I'm aware, doesn't look like his original gun. This doesn't scream his original gun to me. It doesn't look right. But then you can get it and you can wriggle it loose, and it turns into two really lackluster guns. That, I don't know, that looks kind of like a tranquilizer gun, and that looks like, I don't even know what that looks like, They're not. I mean, you can have him dual wield, but you have him dual wield, but they don't look any good. So why would you? I mean, just give him the one big gun, but even then, it doesn't look good. I don't get why they would do this. Get that. He can point his gun. That's clear plastic, so it looks silly. Twist his head a bit. Try and dynamic pose this without breaking that arm. Oh yeah, he's a bit back heavy because of the kibble as well. And because I fold the legs over, there's a bit extra weight. But what am I supposed to do? I'm sticking out the sides. It looks stupid. So, I don't know. There's also as far as I know, no official weapon storage for the gun. So the only thing I've found is if you basically get it and just wedge it in that hole there. See that hole there? Just wedge it in there. There you are, weapon storage. If they're not going to give me weapon storage, I'm going to have to make weapon storage. What do they want me to do? I was really excited to get him. He was a Japanese exclusive, all the rest of it. And he's a good figure, really. It's just certain decisions have really let him down. I feel like I should love him more than I do. Especially considering how much I paid for him. But even if you take that out, because I don't really worry too much about that. I wanted him, I bought him, that's it. But I don't love him as much as I wish I did. And it's a shame. Just size comparison because I've got him. Generations Rhinox. And why are you trying to fall over now? You were standing perfectly before. Why are you messing me around now? Is it because I was upsetting your Bezzy? Your little Bezzy mate, is that what it is? Was I bad-mouthing him? I feel like he should be bigger or he should be smaller. Pretty sure there's a bigger size difference in the show. But then you've got the Masterpiece Primal, which doesn't look like that big an improvement over the older Ultra figure, to be honest with you. And then that's going to be up there somewhere. So the scale's completely to pot. so who cares? Just who cares anymore? I'm sorry, I'm feeling really defeated. I've waited like a week or so, and I think, right, okay, I'm gonna get this video out, and it's the curse of the camera. Any figure I put on the camera, any little things I don't like about it, suddenly like multiply greatly. He's a good figure. He's fun. He's a laugh. That shoulder, although tight, hasn't bothered me this much since I've had him. As soon as I get him on the camera, I'm thinking I'm going to go, snap, and take it straight off. Oh, dear. Anyway, good old Rhino. I should review him one day. He's a great figure. He hits all the notes that this guy sadly misses, which is really bad. You go over there. So, I don't know. I think, again, if someone who was good at modding and could, put these onto a ball joint, make sure the paint job's done properly, make sure I'm not going to snap it by twisting the joints. And, I don't know, maybe... I don't know, I don't even know anymore. I think the ball jointed hands would make it a lot more emotive in the beast mode. They just would. At least having two of the charges would make sense. I don't like them, but it would make more sense. Get rid of the clear plastic. Why is it clear plastic? Just give me one gun that looks like he did in the show. That's all I'm asking for. Not two guns that combine that look like nothing. But I'm trying. But the leg transformation is fantastic. He is a reasonably good representation. They've got the arms. He's got the head, although painted wrong, is fantastic. It does look the part. It really does. They've even put the slightest hint of white where the teeth are. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can pick that up. Slightest hint of white for the teeth. I'm not sure if that's on the original release or if it's just this one, or I don't know. But they just let themselves down on little pieces, just little pieces here and there. They let themselves down on. Weapon storage. Give me weapon storage while we're at it. And that little bit of brown paint on the tail by the bumhole. Why am I saying bumhole? It's going to be one of those nights, kids. Yeah, here's an idea for you as well. I've got the Morphotron from B&M. I did the Look What I Found video. I sent it to Thew. So I thought, hey, spread the word. Who's a big YouTuber in the UK? Thew. There you go. Make sure people find this. Then, a week later, he puts up a picture on his Facebook going, oh, look, they're selling this because they're maniacs. I'm like, I gave you a video you could have shared on your page, a week ago. I'm not asking for subscribers and stuff. I'm literally saying, look what you can get. Go find it. Yeah? I'm not after subscribers. I don't get paid for this. It doesn't make much difference to me either. I'm just going to keep doing it. But I just wanted people to know that they could find it and buy it while they can. That was it. But maybe you wanted to make sure I wasn't lying. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe completely forgot about it or didn't watch the video or who knows. Oh, well, I might get the Morphotron and I might starting the 18th, I might do one mode per video and do the 6 days of Christmas kind of rubbish and do each of the modes. They might be short videos, but I'll try and appreciate the modes a bit more. So far, he's a lot better quality than I thought he was going to be. It's turned someone else's review, Rat Trap. I'm sorry, mate. Anyway, I shall be ugly, I shall be wretched, but not as bad as a clear gun. I shall see all of you in the next one. Bye.